driving back from Ninilchik back to Homer. Was hoping we might get a nice sunset on the way back, or sunrise, sorry, on the way back. But it's snowing, so I don't know what we're gonna see. Happy Valley, everybody laugh. Everybody be happy for a moment. Okay, we're leaving the valley, back to sad. Those are the drunk strips. Get too far off the road. I think some high schoolers actually developed that. Thought of that idea. Saving lives. Too far over again. When the roads are like this, you can't really see any lines or anything. I mean, you can barely see them. You just kind of got to go with your gut. There's no reflectors or anything like down south. See a nice path on the other lane, but on my lane is kind of up for interpretation. Speed limit's 55 through here, just in case you're wondering. That's what we're doing, close to that. Slowing down around the corners a little bit, but we're Subaru here, and these Subarus are the best cars for this type of weather. I'm serious. I don't know if you guys know. I mean, Alaskans know that Subarus are awesome. Probably people in Colorado and other Utah, they probably know. When I was growing up as a kid, these Subarus were known as lesbian cars. But that's fine. I don't mind driving a lesbian car. I'm cool with lesbians. But really, Subarus are the best for the weather. So, emasculate me all you want. I had someone pop in, that's funny, and I was talking about lesbians and they departed. Sorry, person. I wasn't trying to be offensive. I was actually trying to be the opposite. Say that I don't agree with that assessment when I was a kid. Sorry, person. Drive to Soldotna Monday morning to go pick up my buddy Dave. He's coming in off the boat. Soldotna's about 80 miles away from Homer. About an hour, 20 minutes, hour and a half. Big old weather. Sun is coming up. It's 9:26 right now. We're so close. Today's the 9th of December. Solstice comes up. Solstice is December 21st, which is the shortest day of the year. At least for where I live, here in Homer, Alaska. And for most Americans, I believe, right? Maybe all Americans. I think all Americans. All hemisphere, probably. But then after that, the sun will start coming back. And in Alaska, everyone, kind of like the scariest day of the year, honestly, is like June 21st. Because that's the longest day of the year. And then after that, June 22nd, you start losing sunlight. It's just basically watching it all disappear until December 21st, and then we start getting light back, and it's almost like an amazing day, even though we still have roughly 60 days of really short days. After a couple weeks, you can definitely see some improvement. Sun coming up a little earlier, staying out a little later. And then after a few weeks go by, and then it starts happening really fast, where you're gaining minutes every day, and then 5 minutes every day, and then before you know it, it's February, and you're still in winter, but you're having decent long days. Feel summer just around the corner, and that's how we psychologically get through the winter. You put it in phases that you have to accomplish, and once you accomplish that date, well, you know, since you've made it, it's just a big mental game. It's harder for others than it is for others, or hard for some than it is for others, but a lot of people, the first few years they move here, obviously, is the hardest. Before I moved to Alaska, I lived in Buffalo and Rochester and Detroit area for about 6 or 7 years, so I was pretty used to the weather, the snow and everything as a force. But getting used to the darkness, I mean, that's the reason why when we're driving right now, there's not a lot of people that live here. It's not the weather. People can take weather. It's the sunshine. It's the darkness. It makes a lot of people go crazy. And even we might be a little crazy, but who knows? But, I mean, this place is amazing, but some people just can't take the extreme differences. It's hard to get used to the sunlight, too, in the summer. A lot of people have blackout curtains on their windows, make it pitch black in their house. That's a smart thing to do, honestly. If you don't do that, you pretty much feel like you're in an insane asylum. I was hoping we would get a nice sunset here. I see someone's joining us. I don't have the ability to look at comments, so I don't know if anybody's saying anything or whatnot, but hello. I was hoping we were getting a nice sunrise here, but I don't know. I guess we'll see. Yeah, I'm all over those rumble strips. I don't like how my lane is defined. Set me up for failure over there. You guys may say, oh, he's driving in the middle of the road. Well, I kind of am. But if there's no other cars coming, it's kind of a smart thing to do. So you have a lot of maneuverability. You never know if a moose is all of a sudden going to be bouncing up on the shoulder. It's going to have options. I mean, if a car comes, obviously I drift over a little more on the right, but it's just a little safer up here in the no man's land. See, there's someone else here. Again, guys, I don't have ability to read or type or anything right now, so hope you're doing well. I hope you're in the holiday Christmas spirit or whatever you like to have fun with. I need to slow down a little bit here. Right here, we're in Whiskey Gulch now. This isn't much of a town. I mean, I'm not being harsh. I'm just saying there's not much to it. And now we're getting into Anchor Point zone. And then we'll be 16 miles away from Homer. Back at home. I think we might get a little sunrise here. I don't know if it'll be pretty. It might just be a white, gray blob. That's how Buffalo is. I don't know if you guys have been to Buffalo, but you see how the sky looks right now? Just white. That's pretty much how it looks in Buffalo all winter. Just no real discernible textures in the sky. This is a little dark. I mean, it's not really, the sun's not up yet, but this is how Buffalo looks pretty much every day in the winter. Just a gray sky. It's more white. It's not really, it's like a whitish gray. This is a little darker than what Buffalo looks like. But again, it is a little, the sun has not come up yet. I know I'm not talking about anything really that cool. I'm sorry. This is the center of town right here. Woo! Big time. See, gas, what are we at? $3.99 for regular and $4.44 for diesel. And a good amount of money for fuel these days, as always. Here we're passing over the Anchor River. Nice place to go salmon fishing in the summertime. Have a lot of tourists that camp here and stay here. You could probably fish for trout and some other dollies, maybe. I don't really know what else. Most people hit up the salmon in the summer. Thank you guys for hanging out. I hope it's relaxing at least. Maybe not relaxing. relaxing. I do kind of drive a little sketch. I feel pretty confident in my abilities. Hopefully it is semi-relaxing at least. Or you just get to, you never know what's going to happen. I mean that in a good way, not a bad way. We could see a bear, we could see a albino moose, we could see a porcupine, we could see a crazy meth head on the side of the road. You never know. Most likely it's going to be a lot of this, though. That's my prediction. I'm having fun. I'm doing pretty good. I think this is the area where we'll start to see a couple cars that have parked themselves in interesting places. There are a lot of people. Let's just say this is the Sterling Highway. This goes nearly to Anchorage. You have another hour or so. You have to get on another road, the Seward Highway, I think it is, to Anchorage. But this Sterling Highway claims a lot of lives. Two folks, two ladies that I know of personally that died on this highway. And countless others that have been mangled and concussed. Lives forever changed. This road is no joke. So you do have to be careful, especially bad conditions. But pretty much every trip to Anchorage, you'll see at least one car, probably two or three, upside down. It's just the nature of the beast. It doesn't take much for conditions to change either, so you just got to be careful. We have these vehicle turnouts every few miles. It's actually illegal to have 5 cars behind you. So you gotta pull over, let them pass you. That's really a problem, mainly in the summer when you have a bunch of RVs going like 40 miles an hour, or some old busted truck that can't get up to speed. Temperature says it's 19 degrees. It's a bit chilly today. Here's one of those cars I was talking about. Parked themselves in a interesting place. I was talking about moose earlier. I actually haven't even seen a moose in weeks. It's really bizarre. I don't know where they all went. having like a meetup somewhere. Alright, this person's going a little too slow and they're fouling up my windshield. They don't have freaking mud flaps. If you have a truck in Alaska, put freaking mud flaps on your damn truck as a courteous to everyone in the world behind you. It's just ridiculous. People with these large ass trucks all lifted up, no mud flaps. You gotta have 10 gallons of windshield wiper fluid in your trunk just to go down the highway. Little rant there for anybody who doesn't have mud flaps on your truck. Get them! Especially when you're raised up like that. All the way back here, just kidding. If it's muddy and rainy, that's the worst. I already got enough to contend with on these roads. We gotta help each other out. Help the homie behind you. Man, it's hot in this car. I have to have the heat blasted at this windshield so it doesn't ice up. And I'm just getting roasted. Let me roll this down for a second. Alright, we're getting pretty close to Homer now. I've seen a few guys popping in. I hope you're doing well. I don't know if it's the same folks or whatnot, but again, I hope you are doing well. We're gonna get the best view of the ride here in a few minutes. So stick to the end, you may see the best. And I'll be shutting this stream off as I enter into Homer here in a few minutes. So anyone watching this, I hope you are doing well. Anyone in the future watching this, if it's 2024 maybe even, I hope you're having a good year. Good New Year. If it's the year 2078, I hope you didn't vilify me too much or completely forget about me. This truck decided to go super slow. I bet they're a Cowboys fan. I bet. That or an Eagles fan. One of the other. Look at them fouling my window up. It's icing up. So I gotta turn my... they're driving... I don't like this Cowboys fan in front of us. I don't have road rage. I've gotten rid of that many years ago, but I do have road annoyance. Just like, what's up with this dumbass? Why are they such a dumbass? And you just like nod your head like, have a great day, dumbass. I'm really getting hot. we are basically approaching Homer. This is the far west side of Homer. Diamond Ridge. My in-laws live all up there. My wife and I, we live on the far other side of town. It's essentially a 30-minute drive from one side of town to the other. Homer's quite spread out as far as it goes. And it's not really Homer proper city limits, but for all intents and purposes, it is Homer. Cool down a little bit. Like I said, I'm sorry for not really talking about too much interesting on this trip. Just wanted to do a nice little chill drive with you guys, whoever might happen upon. I was really hoping for a nice sunrise coming down Baycrest into Homer, but I think it's going to be woefully under impressive. Really icing up because this truck in front of me, again, doesn't have mud flaps. And they're going super slow. It's like they hate it. So I'm sorry about having to turn that on and be all loud. This person is ruining the experience for all of us. Ruining my experience. Your experience. See, I can't get that off. See that? I can't get it off. So I have to just slow down. And this is the whole part that's supposed to look good. My windshield's all fouled up. This is the whole part I was trying to show you guys. Police. This guy just go a little faster, just a tiny bit. You know, like near the speed limit. Everyone behind me is getting aggravated too. What are you doing? Alright, this is the top of Baycrest right here, where you get a great view of Kachemak Bay. So I'm a little tilted here, aren't I? There's Paul. Did you see that? Oh man, I wish I could slow-mo that. That dude was rubbing his face off. He had a to-go container, a styrofoam thing, and he was just digging. Like, he was, oh, that was hilarious. Just like scooping, blop, 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 straight into his face hole. Man, I've never seen someone eat so vigorously before. That was a good one. If you guys can stop frame that, you should totally check that out and see if you can catch homeboy throwing it down. You know what Paul always says it really annoys me? He's like, when he's hungry and he wants to get a snack, he's like, I'm gonna step outside for a munchie. A munchie? Who says that? I don't even think 8-year-olds say that. Can I get a munchie? I'm gonna step outside for a munchie. Okay, here's the bay, Ketchmack Bay, and this person all off the road, kicking snow up all on us. What the heck, dumbass. Alright, so we're pretty much into Homer here, guys. It's been a great drive. Just a nice little check. Back into Homer. Looks like we're making it all safe and sound. That's the main thing. Make sure you're safe and sound too. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. If you made it this far in the video, heck, why not hit a like and subscribe if you haven't? Peace out, guys. See you next time. Sasquatch out.